Let's now work on that grid. To create a mansonery grid, we'll bother about the hover text later on. So because right now what do I have is I have a grid that is fair, but that it's not a mansonery grid. So every block, every individual block is taking one cell in my 3-column grid, and we want more something like that. So let's see how could we do that. So I'll need to find my structure. So like now all of my images are in books, right? Okay. And then there's a class, okay, for each different individual figure that will allow me to have this format differently than this one if I want this one to take several columns or this one to take just one column, for instance. Okay. And then each of them have a common class em. So I've created I've created a class for each of my images that I will be using later on here. And I have a class for my hover text here. Okay, so that I will use in my scripting later on to create my hover. So let's go first. Let me find that grid here. Okay. It's a books. Okay, fair. We'll change the name later if we want. So it's 3-column. That's not what I want. I need more range because I need to be able to switch. So let's go with repeat. Repeat's easy for column formatting because let's say I want 12 column all equal. So I just go with 12 and 1 fraction. So it says that, okay, you know, it's whatever my grid is, it will be 12 columns. So right away, okay, right away, if I refresh, I have a 12 column grid. Why 12? Well, it's something that we usually use in graphic design because it's easy to work with, and multiply by 4, multiply by 3, it's easy, you know. So, okay, so I'll go. Now I have my 12 column grid and all of my images seem to be behaving okay. So I'll go and I'll create my mansonery grid. Okay, so let's say I want those images to take this amount of grid. So they're not taking just one grid. They're taking like several, like let's say this is divided by 12. Okay, so this will be taking 6 columns. This will be taking 3 columns. This will be taking another 3 columns, right? So how do I format that? Well, let me turn out this here, okay, because it will be easier for you to see here. In my grid, okay, here, let me just show you. Oh, okay, here. Yeah, it's not obvious, that's why. In my grid, see, it's divided into 12 columns. But the first one, it counts. Okay, so let me show you here. Okay, so my first column here, it's number 1. Then it's number 2, then it's number 3, then it's number 4. Okay, so if I want my first image to take 3 columns, that means it starts at 1 and it goes at 4. Then this one here, then this guy here, it starts at 4, it spans to 5, to 6, and to 7. So it starts at 4 and it ends at 7. And then my big images that is taking 6 columns start at 7, it ends at 13. Even though I have 12 columns, well, when I will be applying the formatting each of them, I will say you start at 7 and you end at 13. So how do we do that? Well, this is why I have, you know, all of those stuff here, all of those classes. So let me go there here. Let's start by my image 1 here, and I will format my image 1 to say, okay, you know what, you image 1, okay, you can go grid column start and grid column end. This is one way to do it. Let's do it like that here, grid, because I want you to understand like easy stuff first. So it start at first, and then grid column, and it end at 4, we said, because it's the first one. Okay, so How did that work out for that first one? Okay, start at 1 and goes at, yeah, okay, fair enough. We're good. And this is why you need a wireframe for that. You really need a wireframe for that, because otherwise, believe me, you'll get lost. Okay, let's continue with my second images here. Image 2. Here, what did we said? We said that it was going from 4 to 7. Okay, there's like, if you use grid column here, this is what I wanted to show you. Grid, yeah, column here. It's much more easy because your first number will be where it starts slash, and then your second number will be where it ends. See, it's kind of more easy here. So 4 to 7. And this here, the last one, you know, this is where you'll see that you'll see image 3 here. The third image, we said that grid column, here, grid column, it was starting at 7, where we let the other guy, and go up until 13, right? Okay, 7 up to 13. So this is good. But then what I wanted is I wanted my other images to go underneath here. So you see, because now these images is pushing down the images. And so let's say my image 3, let me just go to my mockup quickly, to my wireframe. I would like my image 3 to be there and my image 4 to be there. Let's see, let's try and format it together. Okay, so if I go image 4 here, and grid, it will be basically the same thing, you know, the first one, right? It goes to the first one, to the fourth one, and then same thing for my image 5, right? Same. Image 5 will be the same of my second images here. Okay, right. So let's see how does that turn out for us. Okay, so it's working. Image 4 is there, image 5 is there, but I want those two there to take that empty space. Grids create automatic column. So I will need to give my grid instruction how I want the row to behave. Like now I was just on the column, like first column, second column, third column. Now I need the row to behave in some way. If I don't say nothing, there's just one row, and this big image is at the end. Well, since it's taking half of the page and it have a square ratio or a rectangle ratio, well, it pushes the whole thing. This is not what I want. So let me go back here to my image 1 and say, okay, you image 1, okay, grid row start. Okay, so if I go grid row start, for instance, where would you start? You will start at 1. Yeah, you will start at 1, and then grid row end, grid row end. Where will you end? This is where it's a bit more complicated there. Okay, so if I'm saying that it's taking, like, I have a 12 column, it's taking 3 there. I want some sort of a square, so it means that it will be 3 row high, right? So 3 here. Okay, then I'll go the same thing with my second images here, and as with the grid column, I could just go grid row, same thing. My first digit will be where it start, and digit will be where it stop. See, so right away here I created space. It's not getting there yet because I have to give them instruction, those end here. I have to go to my image 3 here and say where I would like them to be. Okay, so let's go. I go with my image 3 here, grid row here, and I would like you to go on 3 and then 6, right? And same thing for that here, because those are row here, they'll be on the same row here. Did I? Yes, grid row 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, here it is. Okay, so now I have this stuff here where I have this one taking this row, this one taking this row, this one taking this row. This one, I haven't said anything, so I have to go back here. This is my image 3, and it's taking more row, my image 3, right? Because it's starting from 1 here, but it's going up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because it's a bigger one. So grid wall 1, 2, 6. Yes. See, this is how you go. Okay. So you format the whole thing. I won't go live with you. Format the whole thing up until it's according to the mansonery grid that you would like to that you will have to hide.